you're dreaming of retiring early, or at least not working into your 70s, this could be your turning point. I'm going to show you exactly how everyday Aussies are using small property developments to generate life-changing wealth. Not get-rich-quick rubbish, just the real blueprint we use with real clients right here in Australia. If you're new around here, I'm Peter Kelly, property investor, developer, and co-founder here at Little Fish Property. Over the past decade, we've delivered more than $500 million in townhouse developments and helped everyday Aussies secure countless investment properties along the way. Before I share the exact 3 project strategy anyone can use to retire early, I get it. Not everyone has $1 million lying around. That's fine, because you don't need $1 million in the bank. Far from it. You can literally start with zero, going down the JV path. Another common path we see heaps of everyday Aussies take is leveraging equity in their own home. Use that equity, combine it with a bank loan or even private lending if the deal stacks up. And trust me, if the numbers work, the money will follow. It's rarely the money that's the issue, it's the deal. Some of our most successful network members started with no capital. Benny and I started with no capital. We used knowledge as our value, and that was enough to get going, and it still is. But you gotta do the work, like most things in life. All right, now for the good stuff. Here's how you retire rich. 3 projects, no capital. This is the exact playbook starting from zero. Let's go. Project 1. Do a JV, you bring the knowledge, the project management skills, and your partner brings the capital. Then you split the profit. But like I said, you need to do the work. You need to get yourself in a position where your capital partner believes in your ability to deliver. You learn, you earn. Project 2, reinvest your share into your own deal. Done right, you're sitting on circa 300, 400K in capital. Now on to project 3. You go again, stronger equity, a better team, and a bigger return. So 3 projects executed right and you're done working or retiring early if that's your thing. Me, I'm not retiring anytime soon. I love this shit. Also, what I've just mentioned is you breaking away from your capital partner after the first project. There's nothing to say you don't stick with them and do more projects and do them faster and even get into better areas and bigger projects with their help. Fair to say they'll want to stick with you when you're nailing it anyway. This isn't a theory, it's real life. I truly believe these small developments are the most powerful and most overlooked wealth building strategy in the country. Forget waiting on super, forget gambling on market growth, and don't roll the dice on crypto. That's not wealth, that's luck. Trust me, that doesn't work. If you're hungry for capital growth, you don't have to play it safe and sit around waiting for it. You can create it with small, low-risk development projects. We're talking about turning 1 property in the right suburb into 2. That's not speculation, that's value creation. You control the outcome and you control the timeline. And done right, you can walk away with serious profits even on your first go. Small developments, just turning 1 into 2, can quite literally change your life financially. It has for me and it has for Benny. And it's done the same for hundreds of our clients and thousands more inside the Little Fish network who are running this exact same game plan and building serious wealth. If you haven't already, make sure you join the Little Fish network for no other reason than to do our $20,000 townhouse masterclass. And there are heaps more classes coming through and they will be free also and free forever. Unheard of in the property space on these platforms. Join thousands of developers. It's free forever. Takes you 2 minutes to sign up. No credit card, just the gold. Hit the link in the description below. When you stack a couple of these townhouse projects over a few years, your financial position can shift and shift pretty fast. If you don't want to do the heavy lifting yourself, that's why Benny and I started Little Fish 10 years ago. These days, our team runs up to 100 property development sites across Victoria at any time. And this is what we do. But if you've got the appetite to run it yourself, I'll show you exactly how we approach it step by step. Before you can scale anything, you've got to know how to run a successful project properly. Because if you can get one right, it means you can replicate that same process. Property development is a game of knowledge, preparation, and precision. Follow the process and stack the odds in your favor. And this is how we actually do it, step by step. Step one is your pre-purchase. Lock in your finance and run your feasibility first. No emotion, no rubbery numbers. A site either stacks up or it doesn't. Now you need to do your research here, talking with agents, builders, consultants, everyone inside the process to get your numbers tight. All right, let's move on to step two, post-purchase. Okay, engage your land surveyor, designer, and town planner. Start the process as soon as you purchase the site. Once the site is purchased, you should be just picking up from where your due diligence is at and where you left off throughout that pre-purchase process. The site gets rolling in the due diligence phase. Now's the time to put the hammer down once you have purchased it. And your consultants should be pretty much in place as you've dealt with them during your due diligence stage. All right, let's get into step three, town planning process. Be efficient, respond to RFIs quickly. We need to control what's in our control, okay? So you need to own it. Time is money, and you'll pat yourself on the back when you're at the end of the project, when the lending gets high and the project gets thirsty at this point. But you've picked up weeks at the front end, so you'll definitely thank yourself. At the start, you'll feel like you have plenty of time. 2 years is plenty of time to get it done, but it's not. Time flies. So you'll thank yourself at the back end when you've been diligent at the front end and you're hitting your timelines come completion. All right, now step four, construction documentation. Lock in your scope of works. Lock in your plans, your engineering, your fixtures, your finishes, everything. Go to tender with detail. Be diligent. Help your builders quote it right the first time. Again, time is money. A tender can drag out for a long time if not done properly. Now, don't chase the cheapest quote. Find the best fit, find the most value, and find the best partner to take you through this stage. Make sure your expectations are aligned with your builder up front. Ideally, this is a builder that you'll work with for years to come. So find the right one and appreciate the relationship. Okay, step five, build contract. This is where things get a bit more legal and you need to be covered. Use proper contracts, have a lawyer go through it with you, even just for the first time, to teach you what everything means. That's good advice. They'll show you where the pitfalls are and where you need to be careful. Protect yourself with liquidated damages. That's an important one. Agree on a rate that's fair for both parties, as LDs work both ways. Work this through with your builder and be happy on the number, and have those uncomfortable conversations early on before you get into the contract to get to know each other a bit more and understand potentially how each other is going to respond when things get hard or things get tricky. All right, let's get into step six, sales and marketing. You've done all this work, you've grinded it out, you're going well, and now you need to make it rain money. We usually go to market during construction. Not always, but mostly, and where it makes sense. If you're selling your development, it's hard to sell it if it's a secret. So, going to market during construction, you need to put your marketing together. So nail your renders and nail your brochures, because how people perceive your project will determine how they respond to it. Getting a dwelling sold off the plan is amazing, but unless you build trust with your marketplace, this simply won't happen. You will not do a deal. Getting just one sold off the plan is gold. You'll settle on this as soon as you finish. It minimizes holding costs, and it is peace of mind as you continue through the rest of your project. And partnering with a brand like Little Fish never hurts either, just saying. Sell off the plan if you can. Finish the build, collect the funds, roll into the next project. This is how we like to do it. If you can't sell off the plan, well, you're selling on completion with a strategy agreed upon with your trusted local agent. Pro tip, don't jump the gun and buy your next site before settling the last one. Unless you've got big cash reserves, it's a risky play. You need to be sure that money's going to flow through from the sale of the last one to settle on the next one. Be patient. There are always other sites. Don't put yourself under stress that you don't have to. The fastest way to lose the lot is getting caught holding the ball or holding a site that you can't afford to settle. Now, even with the right plan, you've got to understand where things can go sideways. Wouldn't be the full picture if I didn't call out the risks. So what can go wrong? Honestly, if you follow the process, the main risk is buying the wrong site, in the wrong area, at the wrong price. A bad site kills the deal. Of course, poor builders can hurt you, budget blowouts are bad also, but with the right scope, good contractors and consultants, and the right builder, you can minimize these risks dramatically. Build out the right team on your side, then you're halfway there. They'll help you build momentum. And a big one, don't build what you like, build what the market wants. So you need to be doing your research, talking to agents, boots on the ground. They're hearing what buyers are saying every day. This isn't about passion, it's about profit. You got to make decisions like a developer, not a dreamer. And hey, let me know in the comments if you're already developing or thinking about giving it a crack. I'd love to hear where you're at and where you're winning. Now, if this is landed and you can see yourself doing even just one of these and you're serious about changing your life with property, this is your shot. You don't need to be special, you just need belief and the right strategy. Your next step's easy. Join the Little Fish Network. It's free, takes 2 minutes, no credit card, just pure value, just gold. Inside, you'll get the full $20,000 townhouse masterclass. Every detail, every step. The masterclass is a more detailed resource and breaks down the process further than what I have done today. It's literally hours of content. Same templates we use, feasibility tools, and over 4,000 real developers backing you, helping you, encouraging you, and sharing their stories. People helping people, and myself and our amazing team in there also. Just Google Little Fish Network or hit the link in the description. Bonnie will drop it in there. And if you're getting value, please hit the subscribe button and smash the like button on YouTube. If you're listening on audio, leave us a 5-star review. Helps us reach more people and lets us know to keep making these episodes, just like this one. I'm Peter Kelly. Thanks for sticking around. Till the next one, see you at the top.